So this is the BillyOh insulated garden building from Garden Buildings Direct. Bought it about 6 months ago, put it up, wanted to do a video to give people an idea of what it actually looked like because there wasn't anything online when I bought it. But I thought I'd give it 6 months to see if it A, fell over or B, leaked. Overall, I'm relatively happy with it. You know, it only cost a few grand compared to sort of Dunster House where it was double the price, but I imagine double the quality. I had no issues with delivery, really. There were some missing bits, and they did resolve it. It took time to get those missing bits. By the time they arrived, I'd already done what I needed to do. They suggest it takes 8 hours, and all you need is a handsaw and a hammer. It took my dad and I about 3 weeks to build properly. We had sort of a table saw, a variety of tools I can't even list. My dad has got sort of 30 years in the trade, so he knows what he's doing. I I can hold a hammer. That's about it. Would I recommend buying one? Probably not, unless you can afford the time it took to build, 3 weeks rather than the 8 hours, and you have a lot of patience. And we had to build some little bits separately, differently to what they recommended. So, for example, all this is extra because nothing was really square. So all these panels on the outside are the prefabricated ones, and they were awful. So this panel here and this little trim here, it's all there as a bit of a water seal. They spec'd the roof wrong. So we've actually ended up building our own. So the roof is actually as thick as you can see these trims. It is an incredibly thick roof. It hasn't leaked, which is good. But I put that down more to all the sealant that's in here. And the felt. We have used the felt they provided. It's not the best felt in the world, but we have used it. One issue that we had was all of the exterior panels are supposed to be 6 inches, so these, but we had a mixture of sort of 6 and I think it's meant to be 6 inches, but we had a mixture of 6 and 4.5 inches. So I'm guessing someone's been lying to their wife as to what an inch looks like. So they don't match up, which to me, I don't actually care realistically, but it's not what I paid for. So that was frustrating. This is the rear. So again, we've got some extra panels up here, the sort of as a chalk line to help with a water seal. Put some guttering in. That's the roof up there. There's a trim here as well, which is extra. Sorry, that bit there. And yeah, overall, it's not terrible. I think this cost me just over £3,000. Probably spent about another 400, 500 on the extra bits that we bought. The windows, again, the windows come pre-made, and the quality was really shit. They needed a lot of trimming to actually fit, and they weren't very square, but they haven't leaked, so that's one thing. The doors, yes, the handle is upside down. We'll show you an inside in a separate video because it's a mess. But the door handle's upside down because I wanted that door to be the opening one, but they'd already drilled out the holes, and I thought it was a bit quirky actually, so ended up having an upside down door handle. I've had to adjust these multiple times, which is kind of expected with wooden doors. They're going to swell in the winter, so it's not the end of the world. But we have put in our own little trim here just to help the seal a little bit. Like I said, I'll do a separate video about the inside. The base we went for was just a gravel base, essentially, with some of these grids. Didn't buy the ones that they recommend because they were stupidly expensive. Just bought some different ones. They're perfectly fine. They do the job. It's not shifted. The rafters that they gave us, which you can see underneath here, they actually didn't give us enough, which was annoying. They're the pressure-treated ones. They're the only parts that are pressure-treated. The rest isn't. But overall, it's not terrible. I don't think... the Dunster House ones are supposedly better quality. I'm sure they are. Certainly can't be worse. But they were a bit more money. I didn't want to spend that much more. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying one, it's fine to buy. Just expect that you're going to have a massive headache. You're going to need plenty of time. The screws do come loose in a bag, which again isn't ideal, but we sat there and went through it in half an hour and got it done. The instructions are kind of shit. My recommendation is just take your time with it and have a lot of help. 2 people is enough, but it would have been handy to have an extra set of hands at some points. And buy a nail gun, because it's a hell of a lot of nails you've got to get through. And a nail gun made it so much easier. In terms of the insulation, it does stay warm in there. I've got a little heater in there at the moment, and it's about 19 degrees, and it will stay warm all day. So I don't have an issue with that. But I'll do a separate video about the inside when I've had a chance to tidy it up a little bit.